are you doing? Today I'm gonna be investigating VPN logs with ELK on the ELK stack. I'm gonna be doing a lot more of this using Splunk, ELK. Also probably gonna do Curator. In this room, we'll learn how to utilize the Kibana interface while investigating VPN logs for anomalies. This room also covers a brief overview of Elastic components. Move to the next task, incident handling scenario. A US-based, wait, before we start, make sure you start the machine because it may take quite a while to load up. I'm just gonna start it real quick and gonna start reading it. Okay, a US-based company, CyberT, has been monitoring the VPN logs of the employees, and the SOC team detected some anomalies in the VPN activities. Our task as a SOC analyst is to determine the VPN logs for January 2022 and identify the anomalies, some of the key points to note before the investigation. All VPN logs are being ingested in the index VPN connections. The index contains the VPN logs for January 2022. A user, Johnny Brown, was terminated on 1st of January. We observed failed connection attempts against some of users that need to be investigated. Let's continue. Elastic Stack. Elastic Stack is the collection of different open source components linked together to help users take the data from any source and in any format to perform a search, analyze, and visualize the data in real time. Elasticsearch is for the indexing and the searching. Logstash stashes all the logs. Bits is the agents deployed on different endpoints to collect logs, and Kibana is the graphical user interface to show everything. Um, I'm not really gonna read it. You can read it in your own time. It's not really complex. I explain it briefly. Bits, data collection agent. Logstash, data input, filter, process, and output. Elasticsearch, index, and store data. Kibana, analysis and visualization. Logstash is used to visualize the data. Okay, Elastic supports all data formats apart from JSON. It does support JSON. As we already covered a brief intro in Kibana, in this room we'll explore different Kibana features while investigating the VPN logs. Okay, I'm just gonna connect real quick. Make sure I don't have the space. Okay, complete. The Kibana Discover tab is a place where analysts spend most of their time. The tab shows the ingested logs, also known as documents, the search bar, normalized fields, etc. Here analysts can perform the following tasks: search for logs, investigate anomalies, apply filters based on search term or time period. Okay, I'm not gonna read all of it. I'm just gonna apply the time filter like they want us to. I'm gonna go to Discover. You also have dashboards. You can create dashboards to visualize everything you need to do. Okay, so we have VPN connections right here. You're usually gonna have a lot of indexes for the firewall, for the Windows, but for this situation we have only the VPN connections. Okay. 2021. Okay. 2022 February. Okay, update. Okay, we have 2,861 hits. Which IP address has the max number of connections? We're gonna look at the source IP. And which one has the most connections? It's gonna be this one. Which user is responsible for max traffic? So now I'm gonna look for a name, username, and the one that is responsible for most traffic is gonna be James. Create a table with the fields IP, username, and source country, and save. So I'm gonna click on it, add the field. Okay, you can click here, add the field. Now, source IP. And also take the destination IP. Oh, we have only the source. Okay, and source country. Okay, apply the filter on username Amanda, which source has max hits. Okay, we can just look for Amanda. There are many different ways to do it. I'm just gonna do it like this. Look for Amanda. Which source IP has max hits? Source IP, it's gonna be this one. Okay, on January 11th, which IP caused the spike observed in the time chart? Refresh. Okay, which IP? It's gonna be this one. You filter for January 11th, and I'm gonna come back. Okay, how many connections were observed from the IP, excluding the New York State? I don't know why they don't have the option. Okay, I'm gonna add filter, source, state is not, maybe New York. Now I'm gonna search for the IP. And how many connections? It's gonna be 48. Kibana query language is a search query language used to search the ingested logs documents in the Elasticsearch. Apart from the KQL language, Kibana also supports Apache Lucene. We can disable the KQL query as shown here, and we can choose to use LQA. In this task, we will be exploring KQL syntax with KQL search. Keep the KQL, free text search. When you have the KQL, you can just search for, let's say, field, and you don't really have to specify the username and everything. It's really easy to search. You have the wildcard, you have logical operators, um, and operator, not operator, field-based search. Okay, create a search query to filter out the logs from source country as the United States. So I'm gonna add a filter, source country from the United States, save, and show logs from user James or Albert. I'm gonna add filter, username is one of James Albert, and you're gonna save. Okay, why not? Okay, James, and no, forget about it. We can just do user name is James and Albert. They want to, maybe they want us to filter out the logs to exclude the United States. James. Okay, so I'm gonna do it like this. User name James or Albert, and exclude the United States. Source country is not United States. Filter out, maybe they want it to be United States. Okay, they want the country to be United States. How many records are returned? As user Johnny was terminated on 1st of January 2022, create a search query to determine how many VPN connections was observed after his termination. So I'm gonna look for Johnny Brown. Okay, so we looked for Johnny Brown, was terminated on January 1st. So we have only one VPN connection. Okay, creating visualizations. The visualization tab allows us to visualize the data in different forms like tables, pie charts, bar charts, etc. We can create different dashboards. We can also create a table to show the values of the selected fields as columns, as shown below. The most important step in creating this visualization is to save them. Click the Save option on the right side and fill the descriptive value below. Steps to take after creating visualizations. Create visualization and click on the Save button at the top right corner. Add the title and description to the visualization. Okay, which user was observed for the greatest number of failed attempts. Okay, so let's create a visualization like they want us to. Come back to where it was. Okay, we're gonna what they want us to visualize. Click on the source IP, visualize. You can also create a table. Here you can save it. You can create. We'll save it as source IP. And new one, maybe none. Description, top IP. And we can add also the top country. Source country. Edit. We can drag it here to the visualization. We have the IPs with the country. We can save the dashboard as top IP and country. And we're going to save and add to library. Which user was observed with the greatest number of failed attempts? Okay, so I'm back to the discover. And which user was observed with the greatest number of failed attempts? So we can just add, I'm just gonna remove all these fields and make the default one. And now I'm gonna search for fail. You have 274 hits. Which user was observed with the greatest number of failed attempts? We can search for username. And the user that has the most failed attempts and the only one is Simon. Okay, so they're asking us how many wrong VPN connection attempts were observed in January. So all the hits were on January 11th, 274 hits. Okay, creating dashboards. Dashboards provide good visibility of the logs collection. A user can create multiple dashboards to fulfill a specific need. In this task, we can combine different searches and visualization to create a custom dashboard for VPN logs visibility. Creating custom dashboard. By now, we have saved a few searches from the Discover tab and created some visualizations and saved them. It's time to explore the dashboard tab and create a custom dashboard. Go to Dashboards tab, create a new dashboard, click on Add from Library. We're gonna add saved searches. It will be added to the dashboard. Once items are added, adjust them accordingly as shown below. Don't forget to save the dashboard after completing it. Okay, so what they added here, go to dashboard. Oh, they did everything. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna add this. It doesn't really matter. You can choose whatever you want to add to the dashboard. Um, I'm gonna terminate this session in like 2 minutes, so there's no point in creating a dashboard. You can see the concept of it. You can customize the dashboard however you want. In a real environment, you're gonna create dashboards and actually save them and use them. This time, if you want, you can play around with it. I'm not gonna do it. We finished this one. In this one, we briefly explored ELK components and then focused more on the Kibana interface and its features. While exploring Kibana interface, we learned how to create a search query to search for the logs, apply filters to narrow down the results, create visualizations and dashboards, and how to investigate VPN logs. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I think this one was kind of boring, even though it says medium and 180 minutes, but I'm gonna look for more interesting SOC analyst rooms on TryHackMe. I'm gonna probably do Let's Defend and Blue Team Labs also. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And see you in the next one.